Welcome to episode 349 of the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm looking at the Las Vegas Raiders possibly shopping around Derek Carr for Deshaun Watson from the Houston Texans, and whether this is possible, who wins this side of the trade, will Deshaun say yes, so on and so forth. But before getting into that topic, question for the video, of course, for you Raiders fans: who is the all-time rushing leader for the Las Vegas Raiders / Oakland Raiders? Of course, comment the answer below. If you do not know, it is okay still to the end of the video to find out the answer. But getting into this topic, Raiders, this would be a great move for you because Jon Gruden is a quarterback coach, of course. He loves his quarterback. He loves his offense. He's not very defensive-minded. Yes, he's a head coach. He can't do both sides, but he had to pick a side. Jon Gruden is an offensive mastermind 100% all the way. So it would be a huge upgrade at quarterback. Derek Carr is a solid quarterback, not a bad quarterback. I think he's very well-rounded for sure. But talk about Deshaun Watson here is a top 7, top 6, top 5 quarterback in the league. This is a massive upgrade for any team outside about 6 or 7 teams. Your Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, so on and so forth. But the Raiders should only do this at the right price. You have to consider you do have Derek Carr. That is a valuable asset for the Houston Texans to acquire because they do get a quarterback in return that isn't a bum quarterback. They're not getting some random backup dude that can't play football, that doesn't have any experience. Derek Carr is a well-rounded quarterback, like I said. They could give him draft picks, and they have potential players to trade. However, I've heard Colin Cowherd suggest that the Las Vegas Raiders could offer Derek Carr, Darren Waller, and 4 first-round picks. To me, for Deshaun Watson, of course, that is a lot and way too much for the Las Vegas Raiders to give up for Deshaun Watson. Because if you do that, when Deshaun Watson gets there, say that happens, your draft capital is gone for the next 4 years. Your number one weapon for the receiving core, Darren Waller, is now gone, and the cap space is already taking a hit with Deshaun Watson coming in. That's not a great move because you just lose your number one weapon, especially in Darren Waller. But for Deshaun Watson's point of view, when he goes there, a big attraction point would be Darren Waller, and if he doesn't have him to throw to, he's in a similar situation as the Houston Texans. It's not as bad because, yes, the Raiders do have some receivers with Nelson Aguilar and Henry Ruggs, and they have a good backfield with Josh Jacobs. But Darren Waller is your biggest point of attraction to me for Deshaun Watson, especially with the Raiders not having a great defense. Deshaun Watson's already dealing with that in Houston. So there needs to be there needs to be a reason Deshaun Watson would want to go to the Raiders. And to me, that's Darren Waller and Jon Gruden, and that's kind of a package deal of why he'd want to go there. He can't just get one or the other. So, and you also have to consider Deshaun Watson has the no-trade clause, so he gets the final say in where he wants to go. And even if Darren Waller is not a part of that trade package and the Raiders get away with just trading Derek Carr and 3 first-rounders and that's it, would he really want to go to the AFC West where he's now in the same division as Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert and has to play both of them twice a year? I'm not sure about that 100%. So to me, if I'm Deshaun Watson, there'd have to be some big moves. They'd have to give me a straightforward plan of what we're looking for in the future, who we're going to acquire, who we're going to add to this team, who's going to be on that defense that I can rely on to get a stop, and I'm not having to force the ball down the field because our defense gives up 35, 40 points a game, and I don't have to throw for 50 pass attempts a game to try and stay with them. I would need a set game plan, a set plan of who I'm with and what our achievements are and goals are down the road. To me, if Darren Waller is not on the Raiders, I do not want to go to the Las Vegas Raiders if I'm Deshaun, especially being in that division. But like I said, if you're the Raiders, this is an amazing move if you're not paying too much of a cost. But if you're the Houston Texans, the third point of view, I don't know how you pass up this deal if that was a specific package that Colin Cowherd offered between Derek Carr, Darren Waller, and 4 first-rounders. However, I think that's out of the realm of possibilities. I don't think any team is going to offer that much for Derek Carr, your best weapon on offense, or for Deshaun Watson, your best weapon on offense, a quarterback in Derek Carr, and 4 first-rounders. It's almost a lot of your whole future. So if you're the Houston Texans and an offer like that comes by, of course take it, but that's not going to happen in my eyes. So the Texans, yes, would take this deal. The Raiders, I don't know if they would offer that much. And Deshaun Watson, to me, if I'm him, I don't want to go there. My eyes are still set on either the 49ers or the Miami Dolphins because the San Francisco 49ers, like you see, have a great defense Deshaun can rely on, which he doesn't have. And Houston has a solid backfield with Raheem Mostert when he's healthy. He doesn't really have that in Houston. Yes, David Johnson has talent, but it's not that I think Raheem Mostert is definitely has a lot more on games than David Johnson, especially with his pass injury history, Raheem Mostert as well. But when they're both healthy, I do like Mostert over Johnson at this point in their careers. And of course, the head coach Kyle Shanahan, offensive mastermind, of course, just like John Gruden. But the Niners have a great team, better team all around than the Raiders. To me, I don't know why he wouldn't want to go to the Niners. Then looking at the Dolphins, he has a top 5 defense in the Miami Dolphins with that leader, Xavier Howard. He could go there and he would replace Tua Tagovailoa, obviously, and he would have a decent receiving core with Devontae Parker and Mike Gesicki. Not the most stellar, but they could work on it. They have a little bit of cap space. Maybe they could get Deshaun Watson and Allen Robinson. Who knows? That's a big, bold take and a lot of speculation. But that is possible for Miami to create an attraction point for Deshaun Watson to want to go there. And they have a decent backfield with Myles Gaskin and a great head coach. Brian Flores, not really offensive-minded. Yes, he's an offensive coach because he's a head coach. He has to play both sides of the ball, but I do think defense is his specialty for sure. So, to me, Deshaun Watson, with him having the no-trade clause, I wouldn't necessarily want to go to Las Vegas just because of that division, and I'm not sure what I'm going to have to work with offensively and defensively, and I don't want to face Patrick Mahomes twice a year along with Herbert. Miami, yes, there's Josh Allen, but I think I'm in a much better position than I would be with the Raiders. And yes, in the NFC West, that is one of the toughest divisions in football with Seattle, with the Rams, and with the Cardinals. But I'm also on one of the best teams in football. So to me, and of course there's the Chicago Bears, Indianapolis Colts, so on and so forth. But to me, the Raiders are out of the equation. If I'm Deshaun, the Raiders, if I am the Las Vegas, I am definitely on board with this move as long as it doesn't cost too much. And if I'm the Houston Texans, they don't really have a choice at this point whether they want to trade Deshaun or not. I don't think he's going to show up. I think he will sit out. If they refuse to trade him, he'll eventually get his way, and they'll eventually be forced to trade him. And I think at some point, you have to bite your tongue and just see what the best offer is all around the league, even if it's within your own division, in the Indianapolis Colts or the Raiders, and so on so forth. Whoever's just willing to give it the most, go with that. You can't be too greedy here. There's going to be a lot of teams wanting to offer you something for Deshaun. Look at your best offers and go with that. That is my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the Raiders and Deshaun Watson possibly teaming up, Derek Carr going to the Texans, what their future could possibly be like. But for the question for the video, all-time leading rusher for the Las Vegas/Oakland Raiders is, of course, Marcus Allen. A phenomenal running back, one of the best of all time, but who knows? Bo Jackson could have passed him in Raiders rushing yards if he didn't get injured. It's a big what if, but Bo Jackson was one of the best running backs of all time as well. Thanks for watching, guys. 2-1.